Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody can hear me. My YouTube site ain't up yet. It doesn't show, but I'm sure it is on everybody else's. Anyway, it's got a little bit of a delay for me, but the chat seems to be keeping up pretty good, so that's a good sign.
Hi,
Anyway,
folks.
yeah, it's been a little cantankerous over there. It still hasn't loaded up over there, so
Yeah,
hopefully they can hear us.
yeah, it just
I'm
came
sure.
up on my side, Shane.
Yeah, I rebooted mine, so that's going to
Yeah.
screw up my chat a little bit, but oh well. I got this one up. It'll take a minute and it'll pop up. I hope.
Yeah.
Anyway, finding Kino, hello. Hello, Butch.
Hi.
Frank Stein, Patrick Kelly, Tanya Burns, Chris Miller. Let's see.
The
The
cat.
cat. Let's see. Who else? Meemaw Patriot, hello.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Sheila Havner.
Yep. Sheila. So, prepping, hello.
Hello, Prep.
How you doing, bud? Hope all is well. Trudy Huddleston, hello. Andy Heinrich.
Bryden's back with us tonight.
Yep. Bryden, hello.
A lot
I
of
guess
good
I
people.
can, Mary Freeland, hello.
Hello,
Here in just
Mary.
a second, I can drop Preppy a link if he wants to pop up.
Absolutely.
Cool Gamer, hello.
Hi, cool.
Anyway, yeah, hope everybody's having a wonderful evening, and we're just going to take things for how they go tonight, and who in the hell knows where it's going to go, like always.
Hey, Kino.
Michael, hello.
Hey, Michael.
Okay, give me just a second, and I'll shoot you one up.
It's nice to see all the familiar faces every night.
Oh, yeah.
Brightens my day.
Yes, sir. There you go, Preppy.
Yeah. Come on up here, young man.
Yep, that would be fine as soon as I get it. I'll go.
Oh, all the usual suspects are here, Andy says.
Yeah,
Well, there's more truth than fiction to that one.
I know that's right. There he is.
Hey, Chris.
Bring him up.
That's right, folks. Hit that like when you come in, please. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Evening.
absolutely.
Hey, Prep.
Preppy,
How
how
are
you
you?
doing, bud?
I'm all right. It's people are acting weird today.
Uh oh.
Okay.
Weirder than normal?
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't know. Just like for instance, I woke up this morning and at work, people are acting funny, like very antisocial, and now it's like YouTube's quiet as fuck, so it's kind of weird. Nobody's talking on here. It's like, okay, did everyone just decide to take Wednesday night off? Like, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was curious about. Sharon Mercer, hello, and Kiss Off. She is taking a break from YouTube for a while.
Dude, like everybody is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Seems like it. Yeah, I noticed a lot of the shows I usually watch are not streaming as much right now.
Hello, Sage. How are you? Deborah Terry, hello.
Deborah Terry, are you talking about the plane crash in Arkansas? If that's who you're talking about, I just read that there were no survivors.
Yeah.
I did not hear about the one in Ohio. I heard about the plane crash just outside of Arkansas. Unless that's the same one, I don't know.
I can do that, Kiss Off.
But I do know The one outside Arkansas, there was no survivors.
Yeah, I didn't say where they was going or coming. It just happened just outside of
Yeah,
Arkansas.
yeah. It didn't elaborate a whole lot on the article.
Well,
Fanny.
prepping, if you could run across anything that's interesting for the day.
I barely had a chance to sit down with this puppy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She keep me hopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between work and this. So.
Right.
Uh,
The uranium plant? No, I hadn't heard anything on that
I
down in
didn't hear
Tennessee.
nothing about that.
No.
I heard Potato fell down the stairs on Air Force One. I heard about
Yeah.
that one.
I heard a couple of things about that. Well, one or two people said, yeah, they seen it, and one or two says, well, it was a fake video. Hell, who knows?
I didn't see him fall down any, but I did see him when he was leaving Poland. He fell up a step, landed on his knees again.
Yeah, Trudy Huddleston said she watched it, so maybe he did.
I'm not
They're gonna have
surprised.
to get it. They're gonna have to get him an escalator to get him up and down.
Oh man, I'm saying he does good to walk across the floor.
That ain't no doubt. Well, you can't get much higher than a bicycle because that even dumped him on his head.
Yeah,
How's that Chris's special go? Put one foot in front of the other.
you'll be walking across the floor. I Mr. Heat Miser. I'm number one.
Oh my god!
Oh, now you got me going already, Prep, and it's early.
I try to keep it lighthearted.
I used to love that cartoon, though.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get that boy a chairlift on them stairs, or put it on a long ass ramp. Something.
Yeah.
The chairlift things that you see old people put on their stairways.
Yep.
That would be cool. I'd love to see that if they put one on that.
Like moving at a half mile an hour speed, slowly going up.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught behind one of them. It takes a few minutes to get up 14 steps.
Right.
I'm gonna go have some lunch. I'll be back. Maybe you'll be caught by then. Don't worry about coming down. I'll bring it to you.
If I ever get that bad to where I can't use stairs like that bad, please just either find me a new one-story house or two, shoot me.
Yes.
Yeah. The next one I do will not be a townhouse. It will be a ranch style, single level. I don't even like them multi-level homes where there's only 2 or 3 steps to go up into. That just gets ridiculous.
Or you have the ones that are a lot of them here in Detroit. You get the ones with the sunken in living room.
Yes.
Rose Young, huh?
hello.
Welcome. Yeah, I've got a den right off of this room, and there's only 2 little stairs going down into it, and you'd be surprised how easy it is to miss them.
Oh yeah. Especially when it's kind of dark in the house, you go to step 1 and end up missing it. And
You know,
thank God the floor's there to catch you.
speaking of dark, the other day I turned out my light here at my desk, and I'm walking back to my room, and I'm like, if somebody was in the house, I wouldn't have been able to see them, and I'm thinking, if I had a home invasion type thing, I've been in this house about 13 to 15 years, and I'm still tripping over shit. So, like, good thing
Now,
I
is
don't
that
have
your-
good thing I don't have any stairs to go up and down.
Now, is that your grandpa's house you're in or something like that?
No, it's ours.
Oh, okay. Thought it was
That's a
one
long
time.
story, Shane. I'll tell you at one other time. No,
Right. I understand. I
Yeah.
understand.
I had a plethora of questions for you last night, Brett, and I can't remember one of them off the top of my head right now.
Oh, well, I wish you would have said something in chat. I would have let you up on panel, man.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, we had a show last night, and I don't even. I know one of them was all the stuff that's going up in your area about. I think it's your state legislation
Oh,
getting
I know.
ready
I
to
haven't,
pass that.
I haven't paid attention to that
Yeah,
once.
getting ready to pass that red flag law on gun ownership.
Try it, motherfuckers. See what happens.
That's what I was reading. They're getting ready to vote on it. So
Well, for those who don't know, I just made a purchase of a nice, shiny new toy.
yeah, that was beautiful too.
So,
Yep.
come and take it, bitches.
Yeah, I got another new one coming too. So I should have it next week.
Must be nice.
There was a lot going on up there yesterday, Prep.
Yep.
Another
I didn't pay any attention to it.
another
Think I'm a little- Go ahead. Frank.
chemical derailment in Michigan, and I don't know, a bunch of hoopla over this Supreme Court stuff up there. I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to that one. It was just one thing right after that. Just it seems like focused in your area for right now for some reason.
Well, I had a feeling when shit hit the fan that Michigan was going to be somewhat in the center of it because we are the biggest freshwater source
Yeah,
on the planet. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's just a matter of time. It's all good. What you got planned tonight, bub? Anything special?
I got shit.
Yeah.
Hope like that.
I haven't had like quality news in months, and anything like I've always said for the last God knows how long now. There ain't anything that's worth it. It's not worth my time anymore. This petty shit that did you see Biden trip down the stairs? I don't care.
Yeah. I like the stuff I can laugh at more than I do the other stuff.
Well,
there's
that's
plenty
why
of that crap out there.
Well, that's why I've focused more on just being here for the people, you know. At least
Yep.
y'all can tune in at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and watch. At least make me, have me make a fool of myself on the internet.
Absolutely.
Oh, trust me, that's easy to do. I do it to myself damn near daily.
With or without the internet.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think that's the only reason people come back, see where I'm going to screw up next.
Betty Blackwelder, Professor Falcon.
Hey, Falcon, how you
Shall
doing,
we
bud?
play a game?
Yeah. Wasn't that War Games?
Yes.
Yep.
I watched another one that had the same thing on there. They did the same thing with the War Game scenario. It was one of those Type B movies. You know, you could tell it was Type B. I mean, but it was decent. It wasn't the cheesy ones. And it kept me entertained for an hour and a half.
Some of the cheesy ones are horrible.
Oh, I know it. Hey, Barry,
Like it's not even like there's no plot or anything or whatever. It's what's going on. That's the extent of it.
yeah, if I'm on YouTube, I go to that. They've got ones called Movie Central.
Uh-huh.
And those are the lower, the twist offs of the originals, but they're not the Halo 2 like movies that are really stupid. And
Right.
you can't, everything's almost 3D'd or CGI'd. And everything looks generic. Yeah, these are at least decent looking. So, yeah, it's kind of what I do when I'm bored. I just go watch something cheesy like that.
Yeah, I think we got off the show last night. I went and watched Terminator Genesis again. It was on. So
Yeah. Last night I watched a show I'd never seen before, and it was on that movie cinema or movie central, whatever. And
You
it
wanna
wasn't
talk-
too. Go ahead.
You want to talk about B-rated movies. Well, here's a good one. If it'll bring it up here.
Wanda Arms, hello.
Hi, Wanda. I'm really into this John Wick series, buddy. I'm still waiting for number 4. It comes out in March, I think.
It's backstage, Shane.
Okay. Uganda cinema?
Yeah, this is really high quality movie.
The man is killing us, man.
Over. Kufuna bulungi.
Bless the bomb, Papa.
Ekibira kyali kikwafu. Katusooke tusapuleko.
Drop the bomb, man. Commando!
Oh, hell.
Nina tumufunye. Katumunyonge. Mulunge.
Tiger Mafia.
Oh, my God. That's horrible.
I think the blood splatter was the realest thing I've seen.
Oh, shit.
CD dog.
Yeah, that's yeah. The CGI is not very good on that.
That reminded me of that movie where Robert Downey Jr. is in it, and I'm the dude playing the dude who's playing another dude. That's that movie. They thought they was filming a movie, and they actually got dropped off in a really bad spot. They thought it was a movie throughout the whole thing.
Hey, Devil Dog.
Mr. B enjoyed that little trailer.
Oh,
Bit
that's
too
funny.
much.
Oh boy, I'll tell you what, those that helicopter dropping them trees is pretty impressive.
That little clip reminded me of them old Japanese movie where they're talking 100 miles an hour and then the words come on.
Yeah. I watched a lot of Bruce Lee movies like that. You remember Michael Williams that played in Police Academy? He'd always talk like that, when he'd go to do his karate scenes, he'd make the lips move and then the sound would come in.
Yeah, I do remember that. He was actually really good at impressions.
No, he still does them.
Does he?
Oh my God, yeah, he's real good.
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
Yeah, he's better now, I think, than he was.
I used to like them days of the drive-in, Shane, with them old B movies and B horror movies and stuff.
Oh hell yeah!
From being that young with a date, from what you got to see of the movie anyway.
Right.
Wasn't a whole lot of watching going on back then. You were either drinking or something else.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I sweated the whole way through it.
Yeah.
A little off topic, but anyone experiencing people acting weird, like spaced out, like unresponsive lately?
I'm getting more and more of that every day around here.
Like for instance, I walked into work and it's like nobody said good morning. Nobody even really looked at me. And then when I did try to say good morning, they bit my head off. I'm like, okay. I just said hi.
I haven't gotten the zombie effect, but I have gotten some very irritable people lately.
Oh, yeah.
Bitching at me for no specific reason, I'm not sure what the deal is on that.
Professor Falcon, yeah, on the show.
I don't know, Prep. I don't know. It just seems like they're in a state of confusion right now. I don't know.
Devil Dog, hello, 101. We're in America. The things are effed up. That ain't no doubt.
Yeah.
No helmet required.
Oh, I gotta have my helmet. Got to put that on every day when the short bus comes and gets me.
Hold on, I
Yep.
gotta take a call.
You're good. Yeah. Yeah. Betty Blockwilder, hello.
I don't know. My last head scan said I'm not crazy, but I am similar. So
I'm just a banana peel away.
just a peel. The cat had a messed up day today.
Yeah, and things in Michigan are even more effed up. Yeah. That's what we was talking about just a minute ago was, yeah, up there in Michigan, I think everybody's lost their ever loving mind up there.
Yeah, I don't. Man, something in the water up there. I guess everything's focused right there for some reason right now.
Well, water, tracks, now the air. You know,
Yeah.
it's a full moon. Could be right, Tanya. Your last cat scan said no cats. Good one. I like that one. You're clear. You ain't got no cats.
Oh hell. Oh my God. I don't know what to do with him at times.
There ain't much you're going to be able to, okay? I'm just going to give you a heads up.
No. Well,
Yeah,
folks.
he's not too far from you. He's been up there in Illinois and he's over in Michigan.
Yep. Yeah, he's just a day's bike ride away from me.
A bike ride, huh?
May do that this summer. Ride my bike up there and have lunch with him or something.
Oh, you're talking the other kind of bike, not the kind you pedal.
Oh hell no! Can you see my fat butt on a regular bicycle? It better have at least 950 to 1,000 horsepower under it.
Right.
Any pressing news you're all curious about?
Julie Mumford. Full moons happens on March 7th, the next one.
Let's see what's going on.
Independent Mini, hello. Hello, Carol Z.
Yes.
Good of you all to come in.
Welcome, welcome. Let's see what's going on Off the Press, Shane. Let me take a look here. I'm sure it's a bunch to do about nothing.
Oh yeah, and I got some over from Breitbart pulled up, but it's like, that's more like reading the funny pages of the. They have a bunch of stories, but they don't amount to much.
Yeah, I did see yesterday that new study come out on 19 and the natural immunities, how it was more effective than that.
Oh yeah, well hell, there's people who've known that since. Anytime they say go take a jab, there's no cure in that. I'm sorry, you're just a lab rat being poked. That's it. We're all in this petri dish, and they use us as their science study.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said that for 2 years now. Or better.
Yeah. Betty said it was a great day to take the Harley out in North Carolina today. I'm jealous. I would love to be out riding right now. We only get maybe 4 good months out of the year.
Yeah. We usually get about 7 to 9, depending on the year, depending on the moisture content in the air. We do pretty good here. There's some months it's almost too damn hot, but it's like getting a blow dryer blowed in your face. But we don't get as hot as Arizona, that's for sure.
Right.
We usually stay 10, 15, 20 degrees cooler than them. There has been a time or two we was equal to them. 75, Harvest Mary says, in North Carolina.
Oh,
And
nice. Yeah, my youngest daughter lives in South Carolina. I tell you what, though, I don't know that I could live out there, guys. That humidity's a whole nother monster over there.
South Carolina wasn't bad for me.
Oh, I about died the last time I was there, Shane. It was so bad.
Professor Falcon, Maker's Mark's the only shot you're going to take, huh?
I've been told to.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I haven't.
Lover girl, Q City. Hello, hello.
Hey, lover girl, Q City lady,
Devil
freezing
doll.
rain in Michigan.
Yeah, I heard you guys were getting some ice. We just had thunderstorms all day. Tornado warnings up to 6 o'clock tonight. Now, it hit almost 70 today here, and now tomorrow, I think it's supposed to be in the low 30s.
Did you read Julie Mumford's statement? Here, I'll throw it up on the screen. So you can go find it. Anyone else see ready for spring training baseball? I'll tell you, I'm damn tired of February's ice storm here in northwest Illinois. Snow in Seattle.
I feel your pain, Julie. I'm in downstate Illinois. I can relate, honey. It's I'm ready for some warmer times. Although it has been a very mild winter.
Jesus Blanton's single barrel bourbon.
I've never tried that.
If I'm going to have whiskey, I usually stick to Crown and Coke or Bloody Marys, basically.
Yeah.
Either one. But other than that, that's about where I stay. Because I can't do Jack. A lot of people love Jack, and I can't do it.
Oh, that's god awful whiskey, man.
Man, there's a lot of people that love it. I just think it tastes like cold, dark coffee.
I want some double malt scotch or something, you know.
There you go. Yeah.
Creek.
Hey, Creek. How you doing, bud?
What are you getting up there, Q City? Are you getting the snow or are you getting the ice? I seen they're up around Detroit area, Shane. They're supposed to get pounded with some ice, like a half an inch of ice.
I don't know. Professor Falcon says it was super cold and windy today in Arizona with rain, snow, and blizzards. You know, that's not real common there in Arizona. Upper Arizona, you know, you might get some cold and a little bit of freezing rain. Every once in a while, you get a little dusting, but damn, blizzard.
Well, I may have to try that Blanton's. I've never tried that.
I have not either.
First I've even heard of it. Dr. Deplorable. George Dickel whiskey? Never heard of that either.
Nope. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of crap I've never heard of. You can go, you can walk into a liquor store and there's so many bottles of crap in there. You can't look at them and read them all and see what they are.
Yeah, and how you know unless you taste test every one of them, how you gonna know?
Yeah, and I don't think they'd enjoy me standing over popping bottles, trying them out, and no, ain't buying that one.
They should offer that once in a while.
Taster's choice.
Yeah, well, like you could go into a winery and do a tasting, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Do that at the liquor stores. Give you 10 options and give you a shot of each, just so you know.
I got flown down to do some schooling at this compressor school, and we stayed down there a week at Houston. And one of the sponsors of this school took us out to, which was Mustang, was what the name of the company was. They took us out to eat what they called the steamboat. And we was getting pretty lit in there. A couple of us were. They only give us 2 tickets a piece, but you could buy your own after that. But a lot of people didn't drink, so they just give us our tickets. So hell, we was having a good time. Then after everybody had left, we stayed in there, and we was in there for an hour and a half after the bar closed, and that waitress was giving us shots of everything on that back bar. You ever tried this? Try this. Everything. That next morning in school was rough. She was pretty cool, though.
Oh, Robert Lawrence, hello, sir.
Robert, hello.
DeCat, 3 out of 7 of his favorite people on this chat. Buddy, I'll try to lose some more weight, man. I don't like being referred to as 3.
Greg the Hunter, how you doing, bud? Craig says he wouldn't touch George's Dickel.
I see that. Oh, I love
Come
these
on, Craig.
people.
You know you would.
Oh, oh, they have a whiskey club down where Julie's from, Shane.
I'm seeing that. Well, she's up where she's north of
Or
you.
yeah, she's north of me. Yeah. I like a good bourbon, man. I don't like crap, you know.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's hard to find good bourbons.
Yeah, something
And
smooth.
brandies are the same damn way.
Yeah, yeah. I like it smooth and warming, you know. Don't really care for the real woody taste.
No. Nope. Craig the Hunter. Okay, maybe once.
Maybe once, twice if I like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where
these
the hell
people.
did this jack go?
We didn't even get out of the gate tonight, brother.
We haven't even got through with our hellos yet. This thing's already sideways.
What? You know what? It's actually kind of fun just talking to them, though, for a change.
Oh, it is.
See what they got to say. It's
Yeah, I like that. I like the Crown Reserve, Cindy. And if I'm just going to drink it, let's say not daily, but very often, I'll go with the Crown Black. I've tried the Crown Apple. I didn't like it.
I've
I
not
like
tried
regular
that.
Crown. It's okay. And then they had that maple. I didn't like it with crap. That XR, when I first got it, we was one of the first 1,600 people that got it. Invitations to buy it. And it was $1,600 a bottle, and it was a fifth.
Oh,
Yeah. And so me and a buddy went in together and bought it. And that was the worst tasting crap I'd ever tasted in my life. I gave him the rest of the whiskey. And you know, it come on a red satin pillow with a red satin Crown bag. And I collect Crown bags. And I really wanted that crap, and I never did get it.
yeah. Chris Gilbert says he liked Johnny Walker Red, and I have had that, and that's really not too bad.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah. We have whenever we go out to party, we have what's known as Kickstarters down here. And what that is a double shot. It's a shot of Crown and a shot of Hot Dams mixed.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, it is. I've had that.
It's very addictive, but it sure makes you dance funny. I get about 5 or 6 of them in me, Shane. I get out there and look like an epileptic in a furniture breaking contest.
It can happen.
It's happened.
Craig the Hunter, yes, I made my ex-wife a bikini out of it. Crown bags.
There you go, Shane. The cat's got 200.
Yeah, I've got 400 of them or better. And I collect all I can get, that's for sure.
T-Muck and Feed Bag. I
Oh,
love that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that name, man. I love that
Oh,
name.
yeah. I don't want anything in my crown.
Robert says
Yeah,
it
my
sounds
crown,
like
my Coke.
sounds like we're on the lounge whiskey.
Whiskey
yeah.
River took all mine.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
He took all of ours right now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's not that I've been drinking. You just got me on a subject that I happen to hold dear to my heart.
Yeah. Something I actually know something about.
Yeah.
Something I might be almost intelligent on.
Now, I've never had any of the flavored crowns. I've not had the apple or the peach or anything.
Yeah, I've never tried the peach. Like I said, I like the black. And it's a fairly new one compared to how long Crown's been out.
Yeah.
And then you got, the Reserve is really smooth. It's a lot smoother. Get this, in 1978, this liquor store closed down. And it was an older gentleman that owned a bar, but it was just a beer bar only. But he has the money. He had nothing better to do with it. So he bought out the whole damn liquor store of liquor. He put it in his closet. And in 1997, 98, I bought every bit of Crown he had in there. And I said, how much you want for it? And he says, what do you want? All of it? And I said, no, just a Crown. Give me $50. So I gave him $50, carried out 50 gallons of Crown.
Holy crap.
with the paper label still on the lids, never been cracked. I opened one of them fifths. It went down like it was already mixed with Coke. It was so smooth. And I
Wow.
got like 4 or 5 half gallons. Well, it was 50 gallons total by the time I was done carrying it out. It filled up the back of my pickup.
Wow, wow, wow.
And I still, to this day, have got a fifth that when and if my son ever straightens up, he will get to share it with me.
Man, I'm going to have to hook you up with my brother-in-law, Shane. Every once in a while, he'll get a load of the barrels of Crown coming from west
Yes.
back this way. Maybe he could tap into one of them for you.
Well, you know where
fill
that
up some
XR,
containers.
you know where that XR come from? When they made
No.
that XR and that newest one, that X, whatever it is.
I don't know.
There was a plant that burned down. There was a Crown plant that burned down, and these were in the basement. They'd been there, and everybody forgot about them because no one ever used the basement anymore. And that's what that was there, and it was fine. And they tapped into it, and they started selling that crap.
Wow.
I just like to have the empty barrels. God, I love whiskey barrels. They're awesome. I can make furniture out of them. I can have them
Yeah.
on the front yard just to put plants on, up there by my porch.
Yeah.
Put plants on top of them. I'd love to have a couple of true wooden whiskey barrels.
Well, he don't have them loads very often, but he does, he runs a dedicated run out to Idaho and back every week.
Idaho, huh?
Yeah, and so where he's getting that, it's somewhere between here and there. He's getting that load coming back.
Yeah, so he's not deadheading back.
Yeah, and like I said, it's not often. He'll usually go out with, and he runs a reefer, so he usually goes out with something and comes back with a load of potatoes or a load of onions or something.
There you go.
He does a lot of grocery warehouse delivery. Which is
Cindy. People
What-
don't
what?
make clothes out of Crown bags, only Shane. Now, I've got a set of curtains made out of Crown bags, and I've got a quilt, a blanket made out of Crown bags. And I took the reserve bags, since they're gold and they have the little golden pull ties on them. I had my mom not sew them, take them apart and sew them in. I had her just sew in the backside, but leave them as pockets. You can put your remote in there, or your bottle of whiskey, or whatever you want in them and everything. Sit there on the couch, watch TV, and everything's right with you. And since I smoke, I'd have my cigarettes in one pocket, my cigarettes and lighter. It was great.
you just gave me a great idea, Shane, when you said the drawstrings.
Oh, yeah.
Since
Here
I
we
live
go.
where it's cold quite frequently.
Anyone that has any green Crown bag, which is the Crown apple, send them to Shane. He will make his green tights out of it. They'll have lots of tassels because you're going to need all them tassels to keep them tightened up.
I'm gonna send you a pair, and you're gonna have to wear them one night. Maybe I'll
No.
maybe I'll get on Amazon and get you a Robin costume or something like Batman and Robin. He was
Oh
green.
my God!
Wasn't his green? His
No.
tights.
No, his weren't green. His was blue.
Well, we could dress you up like Robin Hood this Halloween.
Oh yeah, looked like the boy blunder. Oh, ready. Thank you.
I already got my costume picked out for Halloween for the show, Shane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna drill a hole in a potato and stick it on my manhood and go as a dictator.
All righty.
That ought to get some attention.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Oh, me too, Mary. I would pay an exorbitant amount of money to see Shane wearing tights.
There's a lot of people that say that. All the women, and I had a couple women say, Shane, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm guessing that's a sight we'll never be able to unsee, Shane.
Yeah, James, hello. And anybody else I missed, hello, sorry. Yeah, it's a sight that needs to be left unseen.
Well, it's gonna be, it's gonna be like a train wreck. Something bad's gonna happen. You just can't look away.
Yeah, it's like, boy, I sure wish I had my eyesight better after seeing that.
I'm just yanking this Shane. You know I love you,
It's
brother.
all good.
Oh, you got me
You're
going.
birds. We've been trying to get him to wear them for years.
Oh, we got to get it done, folks. We got to put some pressure on him.
I haven't. Hey, I've resisted pretty good up till now, and it's been 2 years. So. Oh, they've been beating me up over them green tights, and it was all in. They wanted me to be the elf on the shelf, and I said, "Yeah, that's me, 6'5" elf."
Oh, that would be awesome. You're pretty good at word work. You could make a shelf to sit on for a photo op. We got to
Well,
get a screen.
one. I've already got one.
Yeah, we got to get a screen capture of that.
Yeah, I'm going to be bent over with my elbow on my knee, with my hand in my forehead, like I'm reading the newspaper on the crap.
Drop some little Hershey kisses behind you.
Yeah. Well, the caption says, "Damn it, didn't make it again."
You got me riled up, buddy. Got me riled up.
Yeah, I'm going to have to slip away to the young man's room. I've got to get in there and relieve myself of some excess liquid
All right, buddy.
artifacts.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
Professor
All right.
Falcon. I only drink when I'm with someone or by myself.
I only drink in days that end in Y. That's it. Nothing more.
Yeah, I agree, Devil Dog. That better be one sturdy ass shelf. Crown thong. That's what I'm saying about. Yeah. Little warmer for winter. I'm not saying I could fill the bag. I'm just saying, you know. Oh, my goodness. You guys are on a roll tonight, that's for sure. You got me even sweating, and it's not hot in here. Let's see. Mr. B, I still wish I never seen the see-through tights on a large gal. You see a lot of interesting things walking through Walmart. That is absolute truth. People just don't care. They'll just, whatever they got on when they leave the house, that's what they go in. It's, you see a lot of stress tests on spandex when you're walking through Walmart, that's for sure. And some people are just not cut out for cut off shorts. I'm sorry. That's just my personal opinion, but you know, I want to look up in the sky to see my moon. Ow. Al, you're scaring me. Walmart can be a very interesting shopping experience, to say the least. I try not to go there any more than I have to. I don't know where y'all are from. We have Walmart, and not even 3 blocks away we have Myers, which competes against each other. I would go to Myers before I went to Walmart. Oh, Lord.
All right, I'm back.
And at least at Myers, you can get checked out. You can't even get a cashier at Walmart anymore.
No, they're pretty much all digital.
Yeah, it's all self-scan. I prefer to have some kind of service, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It'd be like going into a restaurant to order something, and half the fun's jacking with the waiter or waitress, you know?
Yeah, it won't be much longer. You'll have to order something and go back and cook it yourself.
Oh, yeah. Or it's nuked and sent right out to you on an escalator or one of those conveyor belts. Everybody just sits up and down a conveyor belt. It all just pops out the back with the way of the back side of the cooker and send it right on down the line.
Yeah.
Seat number so and so. There you go. That's our new business. We could start it.
You might be onto something, Bubba. I know when I was over the road driver, a lot of these fast food restaurants in these high crime cities,
Uh huh.
you know, they would actually have a conveyor belt or a conveyor system that went from the drive-through window up to the platform where they were preparing the food,
Mm-hmm.
and they would send that down to you after you put your money in. They wouldn't even come to the window.
Wow.
Yeah,
How does that work for a drink? You wear it?
I don't know. I never got a drink. I think it was a McDonald's or something is what I'm talking about if I remember right.
Okay.
But I've seen it, and I just went into last week. I went into a Circle K gas station. First time I'd ever been in that specific one, and it was like 6 in the morning, and none of the registers were open. They had these little machines. I got my cigarettes and my soda pop, and he rang it up. But then you had to slide your money into these machines on the counter. They didn't even take any cash into hand. Then it spit back out your change.
Yeah, it shoots it out that little spinner deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't even do the register thing anymore.
Yeah.
To cut back on theft, I guess, or armed robbery.
Probably. Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets dropped automatically into a safe.
I had never seen nothing like that. That was a first for me. I got used to the bulletproof glass, and now it's machines.
Yep. James says Dollar General is starting to move to self checkout now.
Yeah, we have that here too. Well, on one end of the checkout is the self checkout, and the other end is the lady. But you could stand there 10 minutes before they quit doing what they're doing to come and service you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
'Cause they don't have a staff to put stuff up. The girls actually have to do that while they're working.
Yeah, yeah. If someone comes in the store, they have to either ring the bell or grab somebody on their way to the counter and say, "Hey, I'm going to check out. Can you get me?"
Yeah, well,
That's what I do. I don't even wait for them. I just grab them on the way.
I'll tell you what they do here, Shane. They got a little squeaker toy up on the counter next to the cash register. Squeak, 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 so they hear you.
We just got the little dinger bells on them here, and I'm like, ding, 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 until they show up. My ex-wife used to get so damn mad at me. I said, well, maybe they'll pay attention to who's in their store next time. Get your head out of that box.
That's right. I need my candy bar fix. Get up here.
Yeah, get up here. I need my ho-hos and my chips.
That's about the only reason I go in there is for snacks.
Yeah, there ain't much else. I used to go in there for my Pepsi. When I was drinking Pepsi, I'd go in there and they'd have those 3 for $10 all the time.
Yeah,
Three
yeah,
packs for 10.
they still have good pop sales.
Yeah. I haven't drank pop for a year and 4 months.
It's a good place to get.
I'm a recovering addict, soda pop addict.
I still like my Pepsi and Mountain Dew once in a while. It's a good place to get like cleaning supplies, toilet paper, tissues.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But for the most part, it's a bunch of junk in there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you need something quick and easy and everything, you don't want to drive all the way to Walmart because around here, it'd be 40 miles for me to drive over there, which I
Yeah.
won't go anyway. I'll wait till somebody goes there and I'll have them pick it up because I won't go in that place. I hate that damn place.
Yeah, I don't know what the dollar stores are like there. They've actually put in cooler sections now, dairy, meats.
Yes, they got it, but it's higher than cat's ass.
It is, and they even put a produce aisle in now, where they have fresh produce, lettuce, and stuff like that.
You've seen cocktail vending machines in Japan and other Asian countries. And the canned club drinks. Yeah, I've seen some of them. Cindy, get this. I think it's up in Minnesota. I think that's where Eddie Strickland worked. He worked in a factory, and he could go down to on his breaks and at lunch, he could go down to the vending machines right there in the break room. You pop in your money, and you can buy beer right out of that at lunch and breaks. Now, this has been 15, 20 years ago or better. Let's see. It was in in between 97 and 99, 97 and 2000 when he was telling me about this. So, this is 20 some years ago. Yeah, you can just go right down the vending machine, pop in your money, and get a beer right out while you're at work.
T-Muck, you was booted from the program? I'm sure it was strictly accidental if it happened.
Now, what? What's going on? What program?
I'm thinking he's. Well, I don't know. It says weird. I was booted.
I don't know.
Started at the very beginning. Yeah,
I don't know. It must have been it must be your service or or YouTube's jacking with you a little bit, depending on where you're from. It could be a lot of things because there's people still having. If you go to downdetector.com, it'll tell you where you're having problems with any kind of, electrical, gas, water. It covers pretty much. It won't cover your little bitty ones, but it'll be.
Well, I'll tell you how observant I am, Shane. This is bad.
Okay.
Prep was so quiet when he went to that phone call, I didn't even realize he left.
Yeah, he sent it in a private chat. Gotta go.
I just looked down and it's like, where'd he go? That's sad.
It went to the very beginning, and he's in Kansas, so I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure, buddy. I'm not sure.
Something rebooted on you. I don't know. Yeah, Budweiser was like that in Jacksonville, Florida in the past, yeah.
Yeah. AA for Pepsi lovers.
Oh, yeah, I remember that too, Trudy Huddleston, because my stepdad worked in them as maintenance, and I remember when one of us was in there, they was always smoking in them rooms. And, yeah, then we had to go in, and I started with maintenance with him there, and when I was a teen, and we had to go in and repaint and remodel half of them because of had to pull down all the coils because it still worked off the boiler system for heat and cool. Had to pull them all down, break them all down, and clean them and put them all back together and back up. Yeah, Cindy.
My ding-a-ling, yeah. I remember that one.
Yep.
Well, my chat's lagging really bad tonight, Shane. I think it's from all the storms we had today.
It could be. It could be. Yeah, you said you was getting some pretty good ones.
Yeah. Some real thunder boomers today.
Last 2 days we just had real high winds. They didn't get as bad today as they predicted, but man, they got pretty wicked overnight last night.
Gotcha, T. And I apologize. Well, no, we're all gender neutral now, right?
Yeah.
I didn't say that, Shane. Oh, Lord. Well, you never know.
Right.
Yep. I remember that, Mary, that they banned that song.
Which one?
My Ding-a-Ling. They wouldn't play it on the radio for...
Well, that's like that song Tim McGraw used to sing, when a smoke was a smoke and a Coke was Coke. It was a Coke, not Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's definitely something wrong with my internet, Shane. I don't know what's going on, buddy. My YouTube chat is current, but my screen on YouTube still is showing you, me, and Prep.
Yeah, you got a hell of a lag. Refresh your YouTube side. Just hit that refresh button up there in that top left side. That might pull you up to speed. Mine's got about a minute lag in it.
That's weird. It's like the video didn't catch up with what the chat was doing.
Yeah, yeah. Mine's still, like I said, my chat's great. It's keeping up good. It's actually before my streamer. But the video part of it has got a minute lag or so.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's been like that ever since a year ago, November.
Oh, piss.
Or, yeah, a year ago, November.
Okay, I think I've got it. Yeah, I think we're okay now. Well, for a minute anyway.
Yeah, see, it's not only him either. Yeah, he's right above you in Illinois. So yeah, right up in that area, I'm sure they're having some issues.
Yeah.
It's probably the weather.
Yeah, because I've never had issues like this. I have. Hell, my internet speed is 950.
Yep.
And I've got like a 2 terabyte computer, so I know it's not that. So I don't know. It has to be from the storm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just lagging through the YouTube side of it, which is the internet side of it, not you.
Yeah. We'll get through it. No
Oh
problem.
yeah.
So if I start talking about something you said 10 minutes ago, guys, I apologize. It's not intentional.
It's called a delayed response. You had to think
Yeah.
about it a minute.
Yeah, there. Thanks, Shane.
Trying to help you out, buddy.
You got my back, brother.
Yep. Gotcha.
Buddy, I need somebody.
Everybody needs somebody. That was a good song.
Yeah. I can get myself in a world of crap with my mouth. That's for sure.
Jump in line. I get myself in trouble every time I turn around.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine caught the show a couple of nights ago and called me the other day and just jumped up one side and down the other for something I had said.
Sounds like a great friend. Did y'all
Yeah.
work it out?
Well, you know how it is, man.
Oh yeah.
By the next day, you're hugging.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember what it was about now. It had something to do with the Russian stuff and that I wasn't very patriotic. Blah 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 blah.
Because we wasn't cussing Putin. Just
I
because CNN is doesn't mean we have to. I mean, I'm not CNN for one because I don't tell blatant lies. I actually just tell my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think the true reason everybody's pissed off, the whole world's pissed off at Putin, is because he throwed the world banks out of his damn country.
Yeah.
He throwed the damn Rothschilds out of his country.
Make no mistake about it, folks. I love my country very much.
Oh, absolutely. We all do. Yeah. It's just we have opinions of what's going on. Yeah. We're just not getting a true side of it here.
Yeah. And if I have said anything that makes anybody think otherwise, I do apologize because I absolutely do.
Well, if they're still here after you said something a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago, they don't hold it against you. That's a good thing.
Yes.
We got something to look at. These people go, well, I didn't like what he said, but he's pretty fun and a lot pretty cool other than that. So they just forget about it and go on. I mean, there's no sense in nitpicking on stupid little things.
Absolutely, brother. You know, I just try to expand people's views on things to see it from a different perspective. You know, sometimes you have to look at both sides to get the truth in the middle.
Most of the time you do.
Yeah.
Al Bundy, yes, I used to watch or listen to Huey Lewis in the News. Great band. Loved it.
Yes.
Loved
Want a new drug. One that won't make me sick.
Oh, yeah. I need a new duck. Won't keep me up quacking all night. You remember when they did that? I don't remember who redid that song and did that, but
I'm guessing it had to be Weird Al, didn't it?
yeah, it had to be back then.
Yeah. He was notorious.
Oh yeah.
And
Then Cletus T. Judd come out and started making fun of the country singers. That was
Yeah.
hilarious too.
Yeah, yeah.
He did a few of one was Trace Atkins. Every light in the house is blown.
Yes, I remember that. That was
He
funnier
sounded
than hell.
and the funny thing is, the guy can sing. He's really good at singing. He sounded just like Trace Atkins too in that song until he just changed the words around. Then he turned around and did that one with Toby Keith where he is supposedly the owner of Toby Keith's house.
I don't know if I caught that
Toby
one.
oh, it was funny as shit. Too.
Was it good?
Yeah, I was trying to remember the song. I can't remember it right offhand.
Yeah.
I'm sure I pulled up Cletus T. Judd.
Yeah, I liked old Cletus, and Rodney Carrington. I used to like him a lot.
And he's another great singer. And he's from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
He is a great singer. And why he sings silly songs, maybe he's insecure of his voice.
He's got a fantastic voice.
Oh, absolutely. And he can play guitar. Yeah, he's good as, I don't know. But yeah, he's cool as hell. Yeah, one of his favorite songs he did, Rodney's, was Show Them to Me.
Oh, I love that song. Or Dear Penis.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my favorites. I actually went and seen him live here locally at the Civic Center when he was in town years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, that's what he ended the night with was Dear Penis. And them giant wavy things at the car lot. He had two huge blow up penises that popped up and started waving out over the audience while he was singing it.
He took that one to the extremes, didn't he?
Yeah, but it was hilarious.
Hey, Mr. D, how you doing?
Hi, Mr. D.
Yeah, he can be a hoot. Some of his sketches he pulls off and tells on stage. He's another good one. I like him. He's very comical, and I really enjoy Ron White.
Yes.
Ron White was probably my all-time favorite as a comedian.
Yeah, I got thrown out of a bar in New York City. That's my favorite one he does.
Yep.
Call me Tater Tot.
Drunk in public, he says, no, I was getting drunk in a bar. They throwed me in public. He says, I'm a big old boy, and I don't know how many it's going to take to whoop me, but I know how many they're going to use.
Yeah. And that's a handy piece of information. Little guy come up to me and says, you're out of here. And I said, I don't think so, Scooter.
Yeah.
Oh, he cracked me up, buddy.
Yeah. I don't think I've missed a thing he's done.
No, he was hilarious. I followed all that Blue Comedy Tour stuff, man. It was just really funny.
Oh, yeah, some of that blue collar stuff was great.
Yeah.
I remember when Ron White first come out. When he very first come out, long curly hair, dark. He reminded me of Sam Kinison without humor.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand him. But when he got on up in there a little bit and got with the blue collar tour, they kind of, they all got together and kind of helped him out a little bit. Hey, Chrissy Cat. But yeah, he, I tell you what, he become highly funny.
Yeah.
Highly.
Hi, Chrissy.
Larry the Cable Guy is great. I love some of his stuff.
Yeah. I've seen a couple interviews with him, man. He's a very intelligent person.
Oh, hell yeah. He acts like a dummy just because it works and people love to hear it.
And doesn't have that country accent in real life at all.
No, he's from up north.
Yeah.
He just said everybody loved it, so he just kept it up.
Oh, thanks, Betty. I hope you laugh with us, honey. We have a lot of fun here.
We try to.
Yeah, this is just like the neighborhood lounge. Just
Yeah.
come in and let it go.
Yep. That's it. Yeah, I was trying to read a few of those.
Yeah, I'm not sure who Trudy's talking about.
That's Roy D. Mercer. That's Roy D. Mercer, Trudy.
I'm not
Engine
familiar.
10, hello. If you ain't heard Roy D. Mercer, now he's passed away now.
Okay. I'm not familiar with him, Shane.
Oh my God, I grew up on him.
I may have to go check out some old stuff on that.
He'll start threatening. He'll just make random phone calls to people and prank them.
Yeah.
Because I think I'll come on down there and whoop your ass. And they'll say, "Well, you just get on down there." He says, "Well, how big of a boy are you?" And everybody knew who Roy D. Mercer was because they had all like. Now you would get a few that didn't know who the hell he was, and boy, they was. You would think they're fixing to have a knockdown drag out, but
What
and he
was
was
it?
him as long as he could. But yeah, he was funny as hell.
What was he? Was he a radio personality or something? Or
Yeah, most of it, yeah.
most
Yeah,
of
he
it?
never. I don't think I never seen any of his lives if he did it. I did listen to him all the time.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
Roy D. Mercer was awesome.
I guess it depends what part of the country you're in as to who you get, right?
Boy,
Or
he
let-
was nationwide. I
he
can't
was
believe he didn't get
national.
in. Yes.
Did you guys back in the day? Did you guys get Dr. Demento down there?
No, see, I didn't get that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bob
Roy
and
D.
Tom.
Mercer. If I'm
I
not
thi-
mistaken, Roy D. Mercer come out about the same time Paul Harvey did.
Okay.
He's been around a long damn time.
Well, I think we all got Bob and Tom and Howard Stern and stuff like that.
Yeah. Professor Falcon. Yeah. Yeah, that one he did with the sheriff was quite comical. That was. But yeah. You'd said something just a second ago that already lost me. So I wanted to comment on Professor's comment.
No, that's fine. I don't even. Oh, I was talking about the radio shows and how I think nationally we all got to listen to Bob and Tom and Howard Stern.
You know, Howard Stern started out pretty funny, and then he went to hell once he got a little bit of famous. I can't stand him now.
Yeah. Once he went into the satellite radio, he lost his touch.
Oh my God! Well, he got away from the people and got into himself.
Yeah.
He was better than now, and pretends he was
I-
just a silly guy on the radio, and that's what made him famous. And he let that shit go to his head.
Yeah, I agree with you, Shane. He really lost it.
Look at Professor Falcon says Stern isn't a comedian; he's a clown.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you what, back in the day, that man was hilarious.
Yeah, when he first started, he was good. Yeah, Lane James, yeah, he is. I remember back when he was a foot model.
Yeah. Did you ever listen to Bob and Tom? They were nationally yeah, they were nationally syndicated out of Indianapolis.
It sounds familiar, but I'd have to hear some of their stuff to remember. Because a lot of that's been so long ago. Chrissy Cat, yes. I loved Paul Harvey too. I listened to him from the time I was a kid till he passed away, and then his son, Paul Jr., took over. And then he decided he didn't want to do that for a living, so he turned it over to Mike Huckabee. And I actually liked Huckabee better than I liked Paul Jr. And then that's about the time that Huckabee become governor of Georgia. Mary Freeland, Howard Stern was a male foot model there for a little while.
Yeah.
Jacksonville had Drunk Bitch Fridays. Wow.
Well, if you've never listened to Bob and Tom's program, Shane, you have to go back and listen to one song from a group that I used to play on their shows. They did a song called Camel Toe.
They
And
they knew Kamala Harris way back when, huh?
do you remember the old Beach Boys song, Kokomo?
Yes.
It went to that. It is freaking hilarious, bro.
Well, yeah, think about it. You know, if it's
Yeah.
Kokomo Joe, and then you go Camel Toe
Yeah.
and Joe, because Joe Brown was the guy that was helped her get a leg up, you know, in her career.
Well, if you ever get a chance to listen to that song, you really need to, because it's funny.
Yeah, Chrissy Cat, Sarah Sanders, yes. Huckabee, yeah, she's the new governor of Arkansas, yes.
Yes,
And
yeah,
she was Trump's first press secretary.
yeah. Sarah's
I think they're only interim because you see every one of them switch out after about 2 years.
Sarah is the one that did the rebuttal speech after Biden's presidential address,
Yes, yes.
and she used to be the press secretary under Trump, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was his first one.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Before who? Kayleigh McEnany, I think, took her spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. There's all kinds of rabbit holes you can go down with her.
Yeah. Yeah, Mary, I'm going to go back and listen to some of that because I'm not familiar with who that is.
Yeah, you'd always say, I'm fixing to open a can of whoop ass on somebody.
I do like funny. I do like
Oh,
funny.
he's just listen to him prank call people. You know, I try that shit now. Somebody show up at your house and shoot you. But back then it was just comical as shit. And he'd play it on air. And you'd hear all this stuff live, you know, and it's just like, holy cow. This guy one day's gonna get the hell beat out of him. Yeah, Chrissy Cat, she is pretty straightforward. Yeah, I'm trying to look here. See what all's going on.
Yeah, I just had a news thing pop up. Trudeau gets angry over leaked China documents, whatever that is. I haven't got a clue. Sarah does not mince words. That's a fact. I'm not familiar with Jersey Boys.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one either.
And I have not heard the wreck of Hillary Clinton. But I'm sure that's good.
No.
Have you heard it, Shane?
No.
No. Like I said, a lot of radio broadcasts, if they're not syndicated, you know, you're not going to hear them in most parts of the country.
Yeah, a lot of them you won't. Well, even if they are syndicated, you may not hear them because the stations in your area may not pay for the syndication, so they won't get that broadcast.
Yeah. Chrissy Cat, I did see an article on that today about that news team that was investigating that murder down there and got shot. I absolutely did see that. But I can't elaborate on it because I don't know a whole lot about it.
The cat says tune on your YouTube.
Tune on YouTube.
I did see something about Roy D. Mercer yesterday. One of his skits popped up. I didn't go watch it, but I did see something pop up. So you can probably find a lot of his stuff on YouTube.
Oh, Danny Vincent is. Oh, hi, Tennessee.
Hello, how are you?
Well, I haven't seen him around for a while, Shane.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when you drive truck, you know, it may be a while before he gets back over.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Professor Falcon says, yeah, many of you, Roy D. Mercer stuff is on YouTube.
Okay. I will definitely check it out. Matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, Shane, I'm gonna write the name down so I don't have a severe case of cerebral gastritis.
Right. Brain fart.
Yes, sir. I was being polite.
Boy, howdy cover, and hope y'all like it. Okay.
Roy D. Mercer.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
yeah, he would. He'd hang. Some of them would hang up on him. He'd call them right back. You are correct.
Well, I do enjoy funny stuff for personal listening, you know.
Oh yeah. it keeps you in good humor because then when you get on a conversation, something will trigger that thought, and you can blow it right into the conversation and just keep the giggles going.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I remember the guy that used to prank the telemarketers. You remember him? He would actually go to where they were having conventions and get a room in the same hotel and phone their rooms, drive them absolutely crazy.
Well, that might have been Roy D. Mercer the way he is.
It might be. Expect a report. Absolutely, Professor. I will listen to some of it and give you my feedback on it. I'm curious now. You guys got my curiosity up.
Oh yeah, there's some of his that was just so funny. I mean, your gut would hurt.
Yeah.
I know some of them was kind of lame because the way the people were like, I don't care, do what you got to do. They really did care, but he'd try
Right.
to get them riled up. And,
That's right, Mary.
all right.
Grab as much laughter as you can these days. That's exactly
Oh,
right.
that ain't no doubt. That ain't no doubt.
Nothing
Yeah,
else you get. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, go Shane.
I was going to say, you like laughter. The one I like, one of the ones I really like too is, I don't like all Jeff Dunham stuff. Not with, there's some of them that's pretty good, but anytime he's got Walter on stage,
Yeah.
I'm going to catch it.
Yeah.
Well, him and Walter,
I absolutely do love Ahmed too, buddy.
there's a lot of people like Ahmed, and there's a lot that
Yeah.
like, and now peanut or jalapeno on a steak.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't dig him and that peanut. He
Yeah.
was
do-
something else.
I do like the little hillbilly character he came out with.
Oh, that's Bubba J.
Bubba J. Yeah.
Yeah, he can be all right too.
But Walter is still my favorite, and every time I see him, I think of Biden. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, yeah, but every time he does one of them Biden skits, it's just hilarious.
He looks so much like him.
And he's like, "What the hell was I talking about?" It don't matter. Whatever. All right.
Um. Huh?
All right.
Okay. I got lost there for a minute, Shane. Something popped up that I
It's
thought
all
maybe I was missing somebody in chat, but
Nope. You're
okay.
good.
Okay.
You're good.
I will, Trudy. I'm sure I'll probably enjoy it if you guys all say it's as good as it is. I'm sure I will.
Oh, you will like some of the pranks. Some of them are kind of lame, but some of them are pretty damn good. I mean,
Yeah.
and hell, he did them 20, 30 years, so they got to be good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can't
He
go
went-
that long and be in shitty comment or
Right,
commentary.
right. Yeah. You're not going to keep your platform very long if you do.
No.
Not a paid one like that.
Yeah, I'm sure he made $1 or $3.
Chrissy Cat. Potato Head is now endorsing the Acorn stair lifts.
He probably needs to endorse a Nut Hut and become one of those. I'm not only an endorser, but I'm a user.
Oh, help me. Well, I know one thing, he could definitely use them.
Son. That's something else that we'll have to pay for is chair lifts on the truck that brings the damn steps up to the Air Force One. They won't need a red carpet no more up and down. They just need a red
Right.
chair lift.
Right. And if you notice, it's getting harder and harder for him to walk across the flat floor, man. They're going to be bringing him in on a two-wheeler before long.
Well, the next thing you know, they're going to be filming from the backside, when he's going up on his electric chair hoist. And he's going to act like he's flying. He's going to have one in front, one sticking out the back, like he's flying up the stairs. smooth and gentle. Yeah, at half a foot per minute. They could film that and then CGI it look like he's,
Right.
it look like Johnny Bravo. Here I come to save the day.
Yeah, put his little Superman cape on him.
Oh yeah, Boy Blender. Here he is. in
Oh
life.
my God, no lie. Well, I think the name of the show is pretty accurate tonight.
Like I said,
What did
I
I
didn't know
do?
where it was going to go. I had no content. There's nothing worth talking about out there. And I'm like, people are expecting me to be on. Well, by God, I'm going to be on. We'll figure out something. Hello,
buddy.
Sharon Whitmore.
Yeah, hi Sharon. We always pull something out of our rear end, Shane.
We're musicians. We pull furry critters out of our butts.
It's all an illusion.
Yeah, hocus pocus.
Oh, Lord help me.
Yep. It's like I said, I just get so sick of reporting on the same old boring shit we've been talking about for 2.5 years, and it all turns out the same. It all turns out to be a hoax or someone trying to get fear going in between people to make them fight and argue, and scared events. And the scare events are the worst because it's really affecting some people, because any of them chemicals and crap that's getting dumped out all over, it's going to affect you one way or the other. It may not be, you may cough and get the hell away from it. And what you're doing long term to the ground and shit,
That exactly right. What's going to happen 5 years down the road, 10 years,
Like that one that caught a fire, and they said it actually makes it more toxic. Okay, it's toxic in the air, but the air will dissipate it quicker than that ground will, because if it just seeps into the ground, then what?
Yeah.
It's there for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
So that's going to be life-threatening for a lot longer than if it gets into the air and the atmosphere and the jet stream pushes it away and disperses it into, acceptable parts per million. Yeah, in the immediate area, you need to clean out and get the hell away from it.
Yeah, they've already posted several videos online going to these various creeks around there with a stick and poking the water and all that shit coming up out of the bottom. Looks like an oil spill.
Yep. Glazes over the top.
Multicolored, it's...
Yeah, it's got that rainbow effect. There's only one good thing about that. When you can get the rainbow effect on top of the surface, any algae you got growing in there, it'll kill that algae.
Is that
because
right?
it blocks enough sunlight. The algae can't bloom. So it won't take up all oxygen out of your water, because if the algae bloom gets too big, it sucks up all the oxygen and the fish will die. They got stuff you can dump in your ponds right now that'll almost blacken it on the top because it's real light. I'm not saying it's probably going to be the best in the world for you, but they got stuff you can dump in your little ponds, your private ponds.
Yeah.
And it kills all that algae and your fish won't die off.
Well,
I'm sure that's probably not real good on the fish. Hopefully they can digest this and spit it out good enough that it won't harm them. But they've been doing that 10, 15, 20 years now.
All them fish are dying down there, brother. The birds, too. They showed all them doves, them dead doves hanging upside down off the power lines down there.
Oh, yeah.
And I seen today, they didn't even tear up the ground that the tracks were on. They didn't take any of that ground out. They laid the new track before they even cleaned up the mess. It was ready for the next batch of trains to come through.
Chrissy Cat. Yeah, if they start contaminating the water sources and fish start to die off, I'm going to tell you what. If it ever makes it to the ocean, kills off all the sea life in the ocean, humanity will be gone within just a year or two.
Oh, absolutely.
All humanity.
And they're getting rainstorms down there right now, Shane, in Ohio. Where's all that runoff going,
Oh, I know it.
From all them chemicals.
Oh, yeah, it's always going to go to the ocean or to the rivers to takes it to the ocean. Yeah. And how many rivers are going to contaminate getting down there?
Them poor people will never be able to sell their homes to get out of there.
Yeah.
They're just stuck.
Pretty much. So I don't know. Like I said, if it's one of those deals that we may have to start shipping a little different than what we do.
Yeah.
We got impact resistant cars and stuff that's protecting that. So why don't we have impact resistant train cars?
Yeah.
There's not been a lot of money spent on the railway since it was originally designed.
Well,
To be honest with you, compared to what it is on everything else.
I don't understand why we have all these derailments. We're still using the original style tracks that was invented.
Uh-huh.
And you can go overseas and see these bullet trains that go 300 miles an hour and never come off the tracks.
Yep.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't understand either. Like I said, and I think it's just like I said after that report I got that 15 to 1,700 trains a year derail. Like I said,
Yeah.
one, I'd like to know if it's just within the United States or is that worldwide? And two is how come they're not addressing this issue?
Yeah.
I mean, these new trains are moving a lot faster, and weather patterns have changed a little bit since they was originally designed. Okay, that can have a lot to do with, back then the trains moved 40, 45 mile an hour top speed.
Yeah.
The old locomotives. And if they can get them up to 45, they was traveling.
Yeah, but if they're going to increase the technology, they need to make better tracks to run them on, not stay with the same old version.
Correct. You'd think they would adapt that to it. Oh, it's too costly. All right, well, let's run them 65 mile an hour down a 45 mile an hour curve, and let's see what happens.
Yeah,
You can lose track of your car on a 55 mile an hour curve, and you're doing 75.
yeah.
You can roll a car in a hurry if you're not careful.
Yeah, we have the ability to create a roller coaster that goes 60 miles an hour and never leaves the track, but we can't keep our trains on.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah. Anything to save that freaking nickel, man.
That's what companies do. Yep.
Yeah. Yep, that bottom dollar is all that matters to them.
Yep.
And obviously, this administration doesn't care about anybody. 19 days later, they're finally planning on going down there. That should tell people everything they need to know. They say they're for the working class and they're for the American people, but they'll go to Ukraine and Poland before they'll go in their own backyard and try to comfort the people that actually put them into office.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It just really pisses me off.
Oh, yeah, they're.
Hi, Ramona Perez.
Hang on a second, I got to hit mute.
All right, bud. Welcome. Hope things are good down in Texas. Hope you don't live in Houston. I seen it's getting pretty hairy down there. They're about to lose a lot more police officers from what I understand. The little engine that could. I absolutely remember that. Right, Decat. Sensors on the railways are not up to code. Yeah. I believe there's supposed to be one every 20 miles, if I remember reading correctly. Well, supposed to be. Who knows how many there actually are. Bandera. Yeah, I'm not sure where Bandera is. Texas is like a whole nother country. Been through there many times in a big truck. Every time you got to go through there, you never think you're going to get out because it's so far to get across. I like the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I think it's beautiful there. Houston, yeah. Okay, 50 miles northwest of 76. Okay. I used to, I'm sorry, but as a truck driver, I've been to many places in the country as an ex-truck driver, and I think San Antonio is one of the filthiest towns I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know why that is. San Antonio and Oakland, California may be the two most dirtiest cities I've ever driven through.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Bandera, Texas. Huh.
Yeah, 50 miles northwest of San Antonio. Yeah.
Yep, I've seen that.
Well, that's a fact. You go into Texas, it takes forever to get back out the other side.
Oh, yeah, it's the biggest state we've got. Well, California could stretch further if you go from the north to south, but Texas by landmass is definitely the biggest.
I've not been to Philly lately, but I have been to Philly several times. One thing I noticed about Philadelphia, being a truck driver, their traffic light seems rather low.
Did you remove a few of them?
I've ripped off more than one in my driving career. I don't know why.
You have to put extensions on your poles and get them up for another foot.
Man, I'm saying I don't know why, but I always managed to find them. And New York City, my God, I hated going down into the city, man. I bet in my lifetime, I've probably delivered maybe 12 to 15 times down in the heart of New York City. Never one time got unloaded out of a dock. It was always off the street.
Yeah, right in the middle of the streets where you're parked.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yep.
couldn't get into none of them. They were all designed in the 30s for them straight trucks, you know.
Oh, yeah. Your box trucks.
Yeah, you couldn't get into them.
Yep.
I've seen cops in New York City let other drivers actually push illegally parked cars with their trucks onto the sidewalk so they can make the turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim Boswell, how you doing, bud? Good to see
Hi,
you.
Jim. Yep, Philly was a beautiful city.
All of them were beautiful cities until they got overrun with idiots. And I'm not blaming the people. I'm talking about the upper echelon that destroys the city.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Man, like I said, I've been in every state in the continental U.S. except for Maine. I've never been to Maine. So I don't know what it's like up there. I hear it's a beautiful country up there, though.
Well, I'm sure it is, but still. Politicians destroyed our beautiful cities. Yes, they did, Gina H.
Yeah. And they're going to continue to do so, I'm sure.
Only in the blue states.
Yeah. Well, they just came out with that dirtiest cities in America are all Democratic mayors.
Mm-hmm.
So that should say a lot right there.
One of them's just north of you a little ways.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, she was on TV today, Shane.
Lori Lightfoot, whatever her name is. Beetlejuice.
Her, in her despicable gloriness.
Mm.
You talk about voter suppression, buddy. And this is what she said today in a nutshell. She was talking to her constituents in Chicago, and she was going off the rails, man. If you want these right wings to tell you how to live and control your life and blah, 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 then I don't even want you to vote at all. I want you to stay your asses at home. That's what she said.
Yeah, and who's the dictator and the controller here?
Yeah.
Aren't you glad she's just the mayor and not the governor of the state?
Oh, my God. But how is that not what the Democrats completely bitch about? How is that not voter suppression?
Oh, I know it.
You know?
Stay home.
I'm just fed up with the idiocy, Shane. You know,
And that's what they do. They tell everybody to stay home if they don't like the politics. So the Republicans don't even get out and go vote so they can keep the Democratic rule.
yeah, yeah.
Hello?
She's not going to get reelected. There's
Yeah, I
no.
didn't think that this last time either, but she did.
Well, if she does, I'll be amazed.
It had to have been fixed because everybody hated her.
Yeah,
I mean, when she had to hire half the damn city's police to protect her block, you
yeah,
remember that?
yeah. Well, if she gets reelected, it's going to be from all the criminals on the South Side.
Well, probably.
Yeah,
They're the only ones who get to go free. The people that actually obey the law and might have been it just a hint, yeah, they're ass in jail forever.
yeah, yeah. She's a piece of work.
She is one hell of a piece of work.
And that stupid Adams in New York City, he ain't no better.
Well, yeah, better than De Blasio or whatever the hell his name was.
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
Remember, he was trying to buy up all the motels that was closing up. He was going to buy them up because he knew exactly what he was going to do. He was trying to get in with Cuomo. Them two were going to buy them all up. And once they bought them all up, then they was going to turn them over to government housing for the homeless and
Yeah,
the people coming in. And that's going to make a fortune off the government. I mean, it was a hell of a plan, but it's crooked as hell. So they're
yeah,
going to buy them for pennies on the dollar.
yeah. Independent, yeah, I agree with you. I'm not going to elaborate because anything to do with voting and elections most generally gets you yanked down off of here.
Uh-huh. Garrett, hello. Sorry I missed you a second ago.
Oh, Jim like to come up
Yeah,
and
Jim.
chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Hang on just a second, Jim.
Well, that'll give me a second to go relieve some of this water, Shane.
All righty.
I will be right back, sir.
Sounds good. There you go, Jim. It is dropped. Ramona Perez. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. I'll put it up on the so everybody can see it. The blue states are run by damn Smurfs, little shits that are all males and one female Smurfette. No wonder they must be in. Oh, Jim, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
I'll tell you, Philly. I'll tell you, I'm so sick of what goes on in Pennsylvania.
Right.
The people in Philadelphia that own homes have way lower school taxes and property taxes than the people out in the suburbs. Actually, their school taxes is the highest tax bill they have to pay, not the property tax.
Really?
Well, yeah, you figure in Philadelphia, okay, Philadelphia School District is funded by Pennsylvania state income tax and tax on tobacco, beer, gambling. But there's people, put it like this, I have customers that come out here to buy trees from Philly, and sometimes they pay with a check. And out of curiosity, I look up the address on the check. And anybody looks up, an address, you can find out in most cases their property and school taxes. And even properties that are expensive, the taxes are less than, they're probably a third of what I pay a year, and I'm under farming my property. Unless
Yeah, you're
somebody,
under agricultural. Yeah, you're designated as agricultural.
yeah, under Act 319, even people that live one of the most expensive areas in Philadelphia in Center City is Broad Street. Some of those people live in old brownstone homes where I'm telling you, a row home might be worth over $1 million down there. Their taxes might be school taxes, just a few thousand a year. It's ridiculous.
Uh,
We're paying for everything. It's a shame Philadelphia can't break off and be its own state, but then they would have 2 more Democrat senators.
no, I know it. That's the problem you run into. I need to address something. Finding Keno, just wanted to let you know, hey, man, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, I know who Finding Keno is. Yeah,
Yep.
because I've met a lot of. I look at it like this. I've met a lot of people on so many people's channels. We all know whose channels we're watching.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen him on several. He's been over here. I've seen Keno since the days of Liberty. You know.
Yeah, because we go back over 2 years.
Oh yeah. Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Yep. Keno's been there too.
Yeah, it's funny how like so many channels have like split off, but everybody, I try to make a point of being on as many people's channels as I have time for.
Well, and yeah, and that's it. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the variety. Everybody used to go, well, don't step on no one's toes. Well, there's only so many hours in a day. And if you're going to do a daily show, you're going to have to go on. And people that want to see you will come there, and some will jump back and forth. That's just part of the game.
Hmm.
It's just part of it. I mean, get used to it. And all these new ones that start all these new channels get butt hurt when their people go watch somebody they've been watching forever. Well, why?
You know what?
I've
They're
never
that.
got butt hurt over that.
It's, hey, Mr. B, it's because they're
Hey,
hoping
Jim.
to get a career and make money out of it.
Well, and if someone's going to get monetized, who cares? I don't care if that's
Yeah.
what they want to do it. If they're putting out something good enough to get paid for, by God, get her did. That's called capitalism.
Hmm.
I mean, it is what it is. Why the hell you get mad at somebody for wanting to make $1? I mean, you know how hard it is to do a show. Put on your own show, run it, monitor it, make sure you got people, the stress of it, trying to figure out something to talk about, and then trying to be a well enough spoke person to get the message out. You know how hard that is? It doesn't just start by turning on the show and going, "Hey, how y'all doing?" That's how it sounds sometimes, but there's always usually an agenda in there. You just got to find out where you want to start that agenda,
Yeah.
and then the rest of it comes pretty natural if you involve your chat. If you don't involve your chat, you might as well go shoot yourself in the foot and hobble home. It's going to end up the same damn way.
I've only used live stream once, and it's one time I just decided to see what would happen. And Dr. Rob and I were just talking about electronics, a lot of stuff that most people would be bored to even hear about. But it
Oh,
was
I
fun.
love talking to Rob. I miss him, and I haven't got to talk to him in a while.
Hmm.
And I got to call him. I've got his number. I need to call him.
Yeah, I feel like emailing him because I've emailed him with some technical stuff. But like, if I hate to impose on anyone, and one of my biggest problems with YouTube is I love being on certain people's shows like Tins, and she's on at 11 o'clock because of the time difference.
Correct.
And it's like the one night this past week, I didn't get a shower till like 12:30 plus because I was on there so long.
Wow.
Well, that's the problem with the time. Look at it like this: we got 4 time zones in this part of the United States. Then you got Alaska and Hawaii, so that makes 6.
Yeah.
And I get a shower late in the evening because I just did tricep exercises in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 61 years old and still works out daily.
Yeah.
I'll be 62 on March 2nd.
And
He's
it
a weightlifter.
shows. It
Yeah.
shows. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Mr. B.
He'd take off his shirt, but then I'd start crying because I'd look, shit, I'm only 51 and he'd look better than me.
Well, I still have 10 pounds of excess beer weight. So,
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Hell, that's well earned.
well, the thing is, the older you get, the slower your metabolism is going to be. My wife is 58 and only weighs about 102 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, she
Hey,
works
that's all right. That's better than being you meet her when she's 20 and marry her, and when she gets 58, she's 320. So you're doing pretty good.
Well, she started working out after we moved into this house that we built in 2002 because her son was older. You figure she was working full time and taking care of a small child in daycare and exhausted. And actually, with what's going on, she's working way too many hours because they can't find another nurse at the doctor's office because
Right.
she sees a lot of the patients and she's just sick of it.
How
I
long
keep
till
telling her to
she retires?
retire, but she wants to wait till she's 62.
Okay. They say, yeah, don't wait till you're 65. They say go ahead and do it at 62.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's better to wait. If you think you're going to live to, a ripe old age, I think it's better to wait till you're 65 or 67 to get Social Security benefits.
Oh, they're telling you now to wait till you're 70. And you know why? They're hoping you pass away before you hit there.
Hmm.
And if not, they'll give you some more medication just to help you along the way.
A person would be better off if they were, let's just say for the sake of argument, you were forced by the government to take out what they're taking out for Social Security and just put that in an IRA that's reliable. You'd be better off in the long run. But then you got to remember, some banks over the years, I remember there was joint liquid assets that they went under, and people only got a fraction of their IRAs.
I want to tell you something. If a person would have taken all that damn cash that they paid to the Social Security Act, which is fraudulent in my eyes, they'd have taken all that money and put it in a safe in their house, not in a bank. They'll actually have something that's guaranteed, because you can't guarantee a damn bank or stock market, which that's where they gamble your money on Social Security. And then they put it, here's the thing, here's what's funny. They take your Social Security money, they put it in all these banks. They're gaining interest off this money the whole time it's in there. Plus, they're loaning it to other people. And then when you get the money back, you don't only have to pay taxes on it. So now you've paid for it once with interest, or they get interest off of it. Now they get paid again because you're paying them out of your Social Security. Now, I want to tell you, how crooked is that?
Well, it's just like the Schedule D, and if you have to fill an 8849 for dividend income and capital gains, I mean, it's a mess. The legal system and the tax system.
That's why I like cash. They always say cash is king. There's a reason for that. When I say cash, I don't mean a check.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, $20 bills, $100 bills, $10 bills, $1 bills. I don't care. That is king.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you gentlemen thinking I was laughing at you. I was not.
It's all good. It's all good. You laugh at everything, so it's all good. We don't blame you.
That freaking decat.
Yeah.
Manly bods with broken rods. I tell you what, Decat, I may have cobwebs in my attic, but my furnace fires up just fine.
Well, I know he said.
Go ahead.
I know he said he left PA. It's like, well, I've lived here my own life, and my tree farm's here, and my family's here. So I look at it like this: I'm too old to relocate and start growing trees again. By the time they were big enough to sell, look how old I'll be.
Oh yeah, but you keep it going. Now, do you get someone to take over your legacy, or is it just you're
No,
gonna
my
have to sell out?
Listen, when something happens to my wife and I, my son will probably turn this into a development.
Hey, I mean, everybody's got their goals in life, and you've
Yeah.
done yours.
Well, he's
So,
got his
you know.
he's got his own career.
Oh
he
yeah,
lives-
absolutely.
Yeah, he lives in Lancaster, PA.
He'll sell off all the trees he can sell, and then
Mm-hmm.
start over and he'll build a condominium for rich people, and everybody be happy.
Yep.
But you won't care. You won't be here to say anything about it anyway. So,
No.
so I mean, yeah. Once I'm gone, I really don't care. It's none of my business anymore. That's like I give somebody $100, no matter what I give it for them. If I give it to them, I don't care where they spend it. Now, if I think they're going to spend it on drugs, I won't give it to them. But I don't care where they spend it once I give it to them. I'm not going to monitor their money once I give it to them because that was a gift. Spend on what the hell you want. That's yours.
I'm just basically working enough to pay the taxes on the well, it's like we're low on trees. As long as I can pay all my bills and keep my teeth is basically,
Oh, yeah.
keep my I want to be able to keep chewing between my, implants, bridge, crown.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it's a big expense to keep your teeth up when you get to be our age.
Yeah.
No, I know it. I'm getting fewer on mine, and I'm like, okay, it's time maybe go look at some. I got all my bottom pretty much except the very back ones. Nosedive into concrete, check out all my front ones on top.
Ow.
And a couple cavities killed the backberry too, and then the rest of them are up top. So I got 4 left up on top and towards my canines and stuff. I got them left on both sides, but once them go, I better be looking for a top plate.
Or else get I know a prosthodontist. He's the leading one in Pennsylvania. Dr. Robert Benz. Got a practice in the suburbs. When he does whole mouth implants, he basically it's more like some implants. Just a few, you got one titanium screw to each crown. If you're doing like the whole mouth, you'll get maybe 2 screws, and they'll do like a bridge where 2 of those screws hold maybe 3 crowns, 3 or even
Right,
4.
right.
Because and my mouth still hurts. I got this bridge put in 3 weeks ago yesterday, and I can chew on it lightly. It's going to take time because you figure to do one of these bridges, they got to grind the teeth down. A bridge is basically a crown for 2 or 3 teeth.
Yeah.
Yes.
There ain't nothing I hate worse than a toothache.
Yeah, I looked at having all mine fixed completely. Uh, and to have 2 screws put in the top, 2 in the bottom, so it's 4 screws total, and permanents. It was going to cost me $21,000. No,
Jesus.
I'm going to hold off. I may just go in. They said, well, if you got plenty of slobber, you can keep in dentures. Well, yeah, I might just go that route. Go in and pay cash. Get, you're going to look at $1,600 or so. And they said go down. There's a place down in Mexico you can go, and for $200, get them done, and they're just as good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start looking into that because yes, I still love my steak.
Yeah. We
And
have
so far, I can still chew it, and I'm still good.
we have a few organizations around here, Shane, where you can get economy dentures.
Yes.
I think my mom got her last set for like $400.
Yeah, if you work in public in Oklahoma, they used to have, I don't know if it's still available, but they used to have a thing. If you work in public, like a nursing home or hospital or something like that, you could go in, they'd almost pretty much pay for your teeth.
Yeah.
And you could get, the teeth you needed or an implant or dentures. That's true. I'm pretty good with the Dremel tool.
You ain't getting near my teeth, buddy.
Well, my dentist is a good friend of mine. He cited the scope of my shotgun. He was saying 2/3 of his patients have insurance. In most cases, okay, he said if he took just all cash, he would be making the same amount of money if he saw about 35% of the number of patients. I'll give you an example. Say you have to have a 3-tooth bridge, and it costs $4,200. If you have dental insurance, they'll cover about $1,500, and then the most he can charge the patient is $1,500. And it's the same with oral surgeons with implants,
Yes.
where they're eating probably like close to 1/3 of the cost.
Yes.
I mean, what are you going to do though? We all need to chew.
Yep. Yep. That's it.
And then I took my dog to the vet. I did a video about it to get a heartworm, the heart guard. Boy, that has almost doubled in price just since last year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not
And then
surprised.
it concerns me. There's dog influenza spreading all over the United States. It starts out like kennel cough, and the vet will put the dog on antibiotic, mistakenly think it's also called Bordella. The dog will almost make a full recovery. Then the dog goes downhill with full-blown pneumonia. In some cases, the dog has to have their lungs drained. That concerns me being a pet owner.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have any dogs, Butch?
I do. I have one dog and one cat.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the wife has one dog and one cat that I have to let out quite frequently.
Yeah, my dog is behind me. I thought she wanted. Well, you can just see her there. She's been on a number of shows. When she hears other people's voices on live streams, I never know what she's going to do.
Right.
I remember her from the other night when D-Dog was trying to get her to go chase some deer.
Yeah, he's like, get the squirrel.
The
Yeah,
squirrel. Yeah.
Yep. He's good about that.
Yeah, she doesn't need any encouragement whatsoever. I think she's a good dog unless you ask my wife. Well, after we first had her, I fell asleep one night, and she chewed some of the molding up against the floor in the hallway upstairs, and that kind of did it with her and my wife.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't take too kind of that.
No.
I puttied over it, and you'd barely know the difference. Well, plus she got too big. She's only 80 pounds, my wife can't control her anymore on a leash, and that's part of
Right.
it.
She, your wife barely outweighs the dog.
Well, I know. Okay, Miss Heidi, I think, was bigger than my wife. Miss Heidi was so big we couldn't get an accurate measurement on her. When you go to the vet's office and they got a electronic scale, and the scale isn't big enough for her to stand on without because of how far apart her legs are.
Right.
And I would pick her up, and because she's so big, I would get my wife to read the scale underneath me, and there were several times where it's at 100+ pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, usually they can take two scales and do the same thing. It's like weighing a semi back in the day when the scale wasn't big enough. They split weigh it.
Mm-hmm.
Now they say it's illegal, but you can split weigh it and take the difference between the two and usually come up with a fairly close.
Yeah.
And they say, it's illegal, but then the highway patrol pulls you over and breaks out 4 scales or 6 or 8 of them, throws them under your truck and weighs you. Well, now it's 8 weighs. So what's the difference between your split weight or your multiple split weight? The hell's the difference?
It should add up the same. My manure guy was telling me years ago he already had a state trooper pull him over to weigh the manure truck to make sure he wasn't exceeding the weight limit.
Yes.
Did you? Either way, you could just say he's full of shit.
Yeah.
We still have some of them old rural scales up here, Shane.
Yep.
The single axle scales.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them are for 40-foot trailers, not 53-foot trailers.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to enter them from both directions.
Yep. You got to have wherever you're weighing, you got to have your truck and itself on the center of the scale. Then you come back the other way with the ass end on the center of the scale.
Yep.
Add your weight with a 3% differential, if I'm not mistaken, and you're going to be pretty damn close. We tested that. We
I
had
don't
one
want to
right
weigh myself on the scale anymore.
Do what now? What's that, Jim?
I don't like weighing myself on a scale anymore.
Oh,
What do you weigh now?
Probably about 225. I'll weigh less come July.
And how tall are you?
5'8".
5'8".
I used to be
225.
5'9". I've shrunk a little.
I refuse to weigh myself, guys, because that thing lies to me constantly.
No matter what it says.
Yeah, I know it's lying. I've even heard it chuckle a few times.
Well, my nephew, he's 6'5", and he weighs 326. My brother's 5'9", 5'10", right in there, and he weighs 346.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
5'9". I weigh 240.
See, you're not fat.
I'm not fat. I'm I'm plump.
No, you just found the dinner table. It's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not scared of food. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's called what do they call that? Damn it. Can't even think what the hell kids call it anymore. A dad bod.
Yeah.
That's a dad bod.
Yeah.
Ain't
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
I'm still in reasonably good shape for 60. I'm not too shabby. Like I said, I don't have my 6-pack no more. I traded that in for a keg, but I'm doing okay.
Hey. Yeah, you ever get tired of it? Just tap it. You'll be good.
Like a Buddha.
Yeah, tap that booty.
Now, Butch, you play guitar, don't you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
he does. He
I
does
see
good.
I see you have an amp back there. Is that for the electric or acoustic?
Yeah, one is an acoustic amp and one is an electric. Yeah.
What kind of electric do you play?
I have a couple. I have a Fender Strat. I have a Washburn, an Ibanez, an
You got the
LTD.
Ibanez X series?
No, it's
That was a good little guitar. The Ibanez X series.
I'm trying to think of what it's a knockoff of oh, Shane.
A Les Paul?
No. What did it's the SG series, like from Back in Black. What band is that? With Angus and Malcolm and
Yeah, I know.
Shook Me All Night Long. What band is ACDC?
ACDC, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a knockoff of that SG series that he always played.
Okay.
Yeah, I know which Gibson you're talking about. Actually,
Yeah,
my son, because he's in the entertainment industry, he says the Ibanez, whichever model the Ibanez is, it's as good as the Les Paul.
yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And actually,
Ibanez made some awesome, awesome electrics.
And I have a Fender acoustic. I have a Gibson acoustic, and I have a 35 Martin acoustic, and
they're made
this
in PA.
and this one back here is a Luna.
Yeah, the Martin guitars. Some people say they're the best acoustic guitars out there.
Best purest rich sound you'll ever hear, bud. Yeah, I like this one. I like this Luna. It's an electric acoustic actually,
Right,
but it's very easy to play. You know,
right.
It's forgiving.
when your hands aren't all swelled up, it's easy to play.
Yeah, I've always liked
Your hands. Go
the
ahead.
Gibson ES335 that Justin Hayward of the Mini Blues uses. That guitar takes a lot of skill because you figure it's a semi-hollow body, and a lot of people aren't aware of the fact that on a lot of any songs where Justin is using a Fender, he's not using a Stratocaster, he's using a Telecaster.
Yeah, yeah,
And somebody that can play rock with the Telecaster is pretty good because you being a musician, you know that Telecaster has that twangy, crunchy sound to it.
yeah. I really like.
I gotta take this call. They've called 3 times. I'll be right back.
Okay,
Okay,
we're
but
okay, Shane.
I really like the Fender Strat and the Fender Twin Reverb amp together for the clean reverb sound on it, like for playing blues and stuff.
Hmm.
You cannot beat that sound, that combination together. You know, but for the rock, yeah, maybe a Les Paul with a Marshall stack or something like that. It's,
It all depends on what type of sound you're trying to convey.
right. I prefer the cleaner, the blues sound. It's my preference.
Hmm.
You know, but I don't mind crunching it up every once in a while. You know, but I like the classic rock. You know, if I'm going to play rock, I want to play stuff like, um, you know, like Old Free, China, or Doobie Brothers and stuff like that. Southern rock, Skinner, Blackfoot. You know,
I love Leonard Skinner.
yeah, yeah. Not so much the hairband music. I'll play it, but I didn't care for it all that much. You know.
Or the Allman Brothers.
Oh, I love the Allman Brothers. Whip and Post was one of my favorite songs to ever play. That was,
I love Midnight Rider.
yeah.
The guitar solo part where you got the two of them playing electric guitars.
The only song I ever played on drums that I hated and I would never play again in the rest of my life was Gotta Davida. I will never do that song as long as I live again.
Oh, I love Iron Butterfly.
Oh,
I was looking online. I was shocked. Well, I wish I had bought more of them when they existed. The Mobile Fidelity Master Gold Disc and records. I was shocked to see that they did Iron Butterfly in the Gotta Davida on a master disc.
well, if you're familiar with the song, you know it's got almost a 20-minute drum solo in the middle of it.
The thing is, there's so much. Wherever they recorded that, it's not what I would call like anywhere near not a. The clarity of that is nothing like Steely Dan Asia, let's say. There's basically like reverb everywhere the
Yeah,
way they played that.
and that's typical 70s rock.
Yeah.
That's you get a lot of that. And you get into 80s and it starts getting more electronic and congested. The music got real congested in the 80s where they were adding so much BS onto the tracks, you know. Stuff they could never possibly recreate live.
I even found that Mobile Fidelity, I thought they were out of business. Anything they did, like I wish I had gotten on a CD of Supertramp Crime of the Century because the audio of that is just amazing. Well, I was shocked to find there were people selling some on eBay. They even did some of the Led Zeppelin on a master disc.
Yeah.
And sometimes some of the remix, sometimes you see how they come out with a new one where they remastered it. Sometimes they're not as good as the original.
Do you play guitar, Jim?
Yeah, but I have a unique hobby. I am a real audiophile. I haven't done any in a while because it's gone to the point. How many sets of speakers do I need? I build um, some really complicated loudspeakers,
Yeah.
quarter wavelength transmission lines. I can tell you anything you ever wanted to know about loudspeaker design. Actually,
Awesome.
if you see right behind me, these are three-way transmission line loaded speakers. See those little pyramids on top of the subwoofer?
Yes.
They got a transmission line. Inside that enclosure is a line that's one quarter the wavelength of the freer resonance of the driver. That, um, that plays the frequencies from like 100 to 22,000 hertz. And the subwoofers, there's a line inside there that's 10.4 feet long, where these things will play bass flat to about maybe 23 hertz minus 3 dBs.
Really.
But the thing is, to get the, I have an amp, I have a special circuit on my amp. I have an amp at a maximum draw 30 amps of current.
How much?
30 amps of current.
Wow.
It has, I got a power sound HCA 3500. It's a monoblock. Each channel has a 1200 kilovolt transformer. It can put out like 350 continuous watts and 8 ohms and about maybe close to 1,000 watt peaks.
Wow.
And it weighs about 90 pounds.
And you custom make all your own speakers?
Yeah, I figured out all the math. My friends, when we were teenagers, when I was a senior in high school, we found out about this guy named Bud Irving Freed. He was world renowned. And there's a lot of the stuff on the internet about the Freed designs I've actually authored. Stuff on Audio Pharma and Hi-Fi Haven Forum. I've actually put a lot of the plans and given the technical information. Put it like this: say you're listening to a loudspeaker in a closed box, acoustic suspension. Well, when a cone moves back and forth on a driver, the back of that cone is hitting waves. That's going to cause distortion. A bass reflex, you have a port, which is basically a Helmholtz radiator. The transmission line is different. The frequencies on the back wave of the driver inside the cabinet get filtered through acoustic dampening material, which is you could use wool, long fiber wool. It's actually more cost efficient to use low density polyurethane open cell foam. This filters the sound, and at the end of the transmission line, the frequency is lower than the freer resonance of the driver come out. So you're hearing the front of the cone and you're hearing the back of the cone. If you would just take a woofer and have it in air, the sounds are canceling out because it needs a baffle. Unless you use an open baffle enclosure, which would be like ridiculously large.
Yeah.
Like I got into this when I was a teenager, buying these kits and putting them together. Then I got involved with reading Audio Engineering Society journals, reading Speaker Builder magazine. Then I basically figured out all the math behind this stuff.
It's interesting.
I mean, most people aren't going to go to the lengths I did to figure out how all this stuff works. And some of the stuff, a person could get a computer program to use, let's say, what's called a parallel crossover circuit. These are different. These are a series circuit. Everything is different in series versus a parallel circuit. Just like people don't realize, when you have a woofer on a flat baffle, well, you can't see the one beside me. Even with electronic delay, it's not exactly the same. On a flat baffle, you're hearing the tweeter before you hear the mid-range. The only way to hear the mid-range and the tweeter at the exact same time within so many milliseconds is to have them on a sloped front baffle.
Yeah.
And
That's like
go
back in the day when I was really young, like the early '80s, when we played. We remember the old PVSP1 speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Them big monsters took 3 men and a small child to move. They had the slanted baffle in them, if you remember correctly. They were made out of the. I mean, these things were huge.
That's for time alignment.
Is that what that was for?
Yeah, and zero plane delay.
Well, we thought that was the shit back then, you know.
Mm-hmm. You figure everybody has a different taste. There was never, I knew people that just loved the sound of the old original Altec speakers made in the 60s and 70s. And there was never any Altec dealers in my area to listen to these things at, where you figure you have a big horn driver, and you have maybe a 12 or 15-inch woofer. I mean, those things, you can really crank those things up really, really loud.
Yeah.
But some people say those old Altec 14 and 15 were some of the best speakers ever made. But the thing is, my son's heard some of them in his career. He says it sounds more like a PA system than a live performance.
I just don't know enough about speakers to elaborate much, you know. But as far as amps go, I would absolutely take a tube amp over a solid state amp every day.
But an
for the
amp
sound.
should, I understand what you're saying because I've heard the difference, but it doesn't matter if it's solid state or tube. An amplifier shouldn't impart any coloration within the sound.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
Yeah. There something that just you cannot recreate with solid state compared to tubes. I'm sorry. They can
Well, it's
digitalize
just
all they
something-
want.
Well, it was just the sound we grew up on, and that's the sound we loved.
Yeah.
And so now you hear this new stuff, and it's like, it's not quite the same. I mean, it's good. It's just not the stuff that we grew up on, and that's, like I said, that's how we end up loving the music, was through that.
Yeah, the clarity's there and the dependability's there, but
Yep.
there's something missing on that solid state, and I can't put my finger on it. There's something on them old tube amps when you want to play that classic rock that you get that sound out of. And I've tried.
Part
I've
of it
tried-
is a white noise coloration, actually.
Well, I've tried pods and I've tried several different amp variations, and none of them will recreate it precisely like I want to hear it.
Then it all comes down to you figure everything's a compromise. A person could go out there and spend a fortune and get okay, you got Class A amplification and you got Class B. You figure Class A is always on. Class B, the circuit's it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. To make a tube amp that's going to do, let's say, 300 watts continuous per channel, you could spend about 20 or 30 grand on one of those things now.
Yeah.
And you have all the heat dissipation. But to have what they call a Class A triode amp, the most you're going to find is something that puts out maybe 50 watts continuous, because you got Class A triode and you got Class B push pull.
Yeah.
And it all comes down to, it's like I said, everything is a compromise. It all comes down to how much money you want to spend.
Right.
No, I love the sound of tubes. Just like anybody that plays guitar, they'd rather have tube than solid state for amplification.
Yeah, I do. I like the tubes.
And I'm still a big fan, you probably are too, classic rock.
Absolutely. Like I said, I like the old school. I like the 70s. Some of the 60s.
Yeah, the 60s were great. You figure, I love, when I was a kid and heard Petula Clark on the radio,
Yeah.
I remember when my parents got, before you even had stereo, my older sisters and I were so excited. We got a new record player. It had a full range speaker, and it was all tubes inside.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember when I was so excited when I was about 5 years old, my parents got me a little portable AM transistor radio that ran on 1 9-volt battery.
Wow.
And then they started having issues because I kept wearing batteries out. I was just so happy when I was able to get my own record player, one of those little suitcase record players.
Oh, yeah. I remember them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're 15 minutes over when I normally run on Wednesdays.
Oh.
Yeah, that's 2 times in a row. We keep running over. Oh, well.
Time flies when you're having fun, Shane.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But, no, ladies and gentlemen, I'm fixing to kill this live broadcast.
Okay.
And we'll be back here on Friday, at 7 o'clock Central. And we'll see where the night takes us from there. Maybe we can have some, maybe we'll have a keynote speaker, and I don't know what it's going to be key about or whether it's going to be a note speaker. Maybe somebody just play a note. Hell, who knows? We don't know what the hell's going to happen around here half the time.
That's for sure.
So anyway, no, we'll try about, like I said, I love having all kinds of guests because it's different things about different subjects. And, we can only beat up the politics so many times. And after that, it's like, okay, we got to talk about something different.
Yeah.
Well,
Fridays.
I knew Butch would want to talk about guitars and music and sound systems.
I
just
go on
to-
for days. I can go on for days on that.
It's hard to find people that want to talk about this stuff because nowadays everybody's in the Bluetooth. Everything's Bluetooth. You tell somebody that you want to, you need 12 gauge oxygen-free copper wire to hook speakers up. They think you're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
If any of you are new in here, the ones that are regulars, weekends are. Me and Shane's been known to get a little nutty, so.
I don't think we've changed here the last week and a half, 2 weeks. We've pretty much been nuts every night.
Hasn't very much, has it?
Well, that's a lot more fun. Indy, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to shut down and we'll see you all Friday at 7:00. And we will just go from there.
Thanks for having me on.
Knows what's going to happen. Oh, not a problem, Jim. Anytime.
Yeah, love your company. Love your company, Jim.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I like you guys too.
You're always welcome over here. It's, ladies and gentlemen, good night. Mr. B, would you like to say anything to the people?
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for coming out again and patronizing us. I love you all so much. You don't know what you mean to me and Shane. And as always, be blessed.
There it is. Jim, you got anything you'd like to say to the chat before we bail?
Well, thanks for putting up with us.
Yeah, that's no doubt. Yeah, because I'm already a handful enough. Then I had Mr. B, and then we had you. So it's like, oh, yeah. You're talking about the Nut Hut is open.
I was thinking of coming on when I saw prepping was on earlier, and I knew my wife was gonna want to use the computer because we just have one computer here. We share the same computer, and I thought, you know what, I can only be on for a few minutes, so I was happy to see you on because she went to bed at 9:30. So
good.
Well,
that about sums it up. So
anytime you want to pop in and say, "Hey, brother," you're more than welcome.
I appreciate that. Means a lot.
Yeah, this is an open platform. You show up and you say, I only have a few minutes. If you want to come up, say, hey, can I have a link? Only got a few minutes. By God, I'll drop it.
Yep.
I try to keep a look at that. We try to keep up a chat, so not a problem.
And that goes for any of you in here that are regulars too. If you got something information you want to discuss or something, just speak right up.
I seen something the cat said earlier, and I mean, there's no nerve to come up here and visit with us. We're just like talking to a couple old rednecks out here in the middle of nowhere.
Just good old boys,
trying to make
brother.
a living. Yep.
When you do it enough times, you don't even have stage fright. I feel like I'm talking to friends.
That's it. That's my first time I damn near puked, but after that, it was like.
That's what we are here. We're just a brotherhood, buddy.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Try to spread the love one night at a time.
Love, hate, discontent. We're wrapped in one. We're one big bubble.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Okay. Take care.
Yeah.